Fox News alert, the U.S. hitting Iran for the 9th straight night following the Iranian ballistic missile and drone attacks that killed at least 2 American service members at an air base in Jordan. The Department of War identifying the fallen soldiers as 19-year-old Private Isabella Gonzalez of Texas and 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan of Hawaii. A third soldier remains missing. CENTCOM also confirming another U.S. service member was killed in northern Iraq during a controlled detonation of a downed Iranian attack drone. Correspondent Steve Harrigan is in Tel Aviv now with the latest. Steve.
Well, there's no let-up in the fighting. U.S. forces pounding Iranian positions now for the 9th straight night in a row. CENTCOM saying some of those targets include command and control centers as well as launching sites for Iranian drones and missiles. And as you mentioned, a ballistic missile attack by Iran on Jordan on Friday led to the death of 2 U.S. service members. A third service member involved in that attack still missing. Here's President Trump on that event.
We feel very badly, but, you know, those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Iran has been very, very badly damaged. They've lost everything almost militarily.
In the meantime, Iran continues to target U.S. partners in the region, launching strikes against both Kuwait and Bahrain. In the meantime, Iranian officials continue to project defiance publicly. Here's the foreign minister.
You could neither threaten us nor bribe us. In the negotiations before the 12-day war, they had come to bribe. Not to bribe me, to bribe the Islamic Republic, saying we will do this and that. We will build this and that. I told them there that our enrichment is not for sale. This is something the people of Iran for 20 years have endured sanctions for. Scientists have shed their blood. Can we sell it?
Finally, British military officials said today a second ship inside the Strait of Hormuz was hit by a projectile. So far, they say just 5 ships in the past 24 hours have made it through that crucial strait. Will, back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Steve Harrigan. Now, CENTCOM just announcing U.S. forces have begun a new round of strikes against Iran at President Trump's direction, designed to further degrade Iranian military capabilities used to attack commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. This, as the base in Jordan, where at least 2 service members were killed, is hundreds of miles from Iran. Yet Iran still has the ability to strike across the region. So did Tehran preserve more of its missile arsenal than we originally thought? Or did the ceasefire give them time to rebuild? Medal of Honor recipient, retired Staff Sergeant David Bellavia joins me now. David, a lot of conversation, a bit of surprise at this strike. What is the situation as you understand it in terms of Iran's military capabilities?
So Iran started this fight with 5,000 ballistic missiles. Open source information tells us about half of those were the missiles, the ballistic missiles that could go over 1,000 miles. The American forces had traded launchers and stockpiles. But think about this. The enriched uranium, we're learning about Pickaxe Mountain, why that was not a part of Operation Midnight Hammer. It's deep in the earth, and when you want to protect something from bombs, you put it where no one can reach out and touch it. So clearly there are ballistic missiles that are in stockpiles that aren't easily accessible through, our penetrator bombs. That being said, and this is 9 straight days of bombardment. It's about to be 10 days of bombardment, and we could put the money on 11, 12, and 15 days of consecutive bombardment. If you want me to believe that Iran is in some position of power because they can reach out and touch once every 9 days, that's just not a serious person that would make that argument. We're going to lose people. This is combat. This is war. We have planes that go down. We have helicopters that fail. We have brave EOD, explosive ordnance disposal folks that try to detonate Shahed drones. And sometimes things happen. We're all aware of this. It's why we have the best men and women in the world. At the same time, now's not a time to take a step backwards. You pin your ears back when you take attrition. That's what this military is doing, and that's what you're going to see in the coming days.
So from what I hear from you, David, while the president has said that Iran is basically destroyed, basically does not necessarily mean completely destroyed. So they retain some ballistic missile capabilities. Do you have any sense that in the terms of the ceasefire during the memorandum of understanding that Iran was capable of building back any military capability? Was that a good period for them to regain strength?
Well, here's the deal. I mean, they hit a 12-digit grid in Jordan. So let's be serious with each other and say that Iran is getting help here. It's either help that's on the ground or it's another foreign adversary of the United States. If you look at what they're launching at Kuwait, Bahrain, and Saudi, these look like these are bottle rockets. They're just fired for effect in a direction. Drones that fly until they decay. That hit on the Jordan barracks was a direct 12-digit grid hit. They knew exactly what they were hitting. So there's obviously help they're getting when it comes to guidance systems. But remember, Iran entered this fight with their proxies, with their cyber threats. Iran was very aggressive with cyber attacks on the United States. What had they been able to produce? Where are the Houthis, Hezbollah, all these folks that were going to come up, the militias in Iraq that everyone was warning about? They've all been emasculated. So we do know that a wounded dog is still going to bite. They're still going to get some luck in there. And there clearly are people that are helping the Iranian regime right now. The question is,
just to be clear, is that China and Russia, China or Russia?
China, Russia, or someone on the ground, Will, that was saying this is the 12-digit grid of where Americans are.
Okay. All right, Staff Sergeant David Bellavia, great to talk to you. Thanks for the information.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.